teams walked out to the sidelines, just filed out, single file.
This week's biggest game by far as they travel to Oklahoma. Now, the first major college football team back in the skies after the September 11 attacks, the Rice Owls, who took a 48-3 shellacking at Nebraska on Thursday night, a game pushed back from Saturday. So the Owls experienced first what so many teams will have to experience, getting back to normalcy in abnormal times for traveling. Curry Kirkpatrick joined them for their journey to the heartland.
The Rice Owls, representing one of America's most honored academic institutions, the smallest school in the NCAA, playing the game on the Division 1A level. But on Wednesday at high noon, these young men became distinguished for something vastly different. They were the first team in the land to board an airplane and fly off into suddenly scary skies to play a football game.
I'm not really worried about it. I just said a little prayer before I left this morning, and my mother called me just to wish the team luck and tell me to be careful and everything.
I don't feel like me getting on the planes, helping the country. I feel like firefighters and police officers and volunteers in New York and Washington going, helping out in any way they can. I think that's the people that, should feel honor.
There's certain things that cause you concern, but certain things you got no control over. We're not going to hide and shrink back from doing the things that we're going to do in life. And the main thing is we're going to enjoy living today the best we can, because tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Not that the Owls' journey was without incident. Right away, one of the team buses broke down in Houston.
I've been on these buses for 9 years at Rice. That's the first time we've had a bus breakdown on the way to the airport. I guess as long as you don't believe in omens, you're all right.
As the Owls climbed onto their plane, a team official expressed satisfaction with the safety precautions on the ground.
There was a lot more security than there usually is. They walked through the bus, they checked some of the bags underneath. They came in, looked like they did a spot check up inside. They checked the motor of the buses before we drove in, and it was really quite reassuring.
Securely on board, the Owls engaged in business, rather fun, as usual. Teammates ragged star linebacker Dan Dawson about his childhood Sesame Street pillow.
Same old, same old. No one's worried about it. We're all ready to get back into normalcy, and we're looking forward to it.
At the team hotel, the Owls joined in prayer.
Where was God on Tuesday? God, in many ways, was the same place on Tuesday, God the Father, where he was when he watched his own son crucified. And Father, I pray, Lord, spiritually, that everybody in this room would sense your presence with them.
As all of us have sadly discovered, the horrific events of Tuesday, 9/11/01 have touched everyone everywhere, no less here in Nebraska and on the Rice football team. Sophomore Chris Denunbrun is an offensive tackle from Houston who has two uncles in the New York area, one a policeman, one a fireman. Both went missing for an entire day before his family finally, thankfully, made contact.
My mother and I were sitting there watching the news, and we were just in awe, and our hearts just went out to all those people, and it was an immediate reaction of our family, but then we thought, hey, we know a lot of people down there, and luckily the next day they all called and everybody seemed to be okay.
I think football's a good escape, My whole life, that's a death in the family, breaking up with a girlfriend, failing a test, whatever. Football's always been an escape, for me personally.
I think my life has changed because of this, because now I just take everything and put it into a big circle now. I just put myself and my family into a perspective and just realize that, your time can come at any given moment, and you just have to play to the fullest and live life for the moment.
Are you going to have any special message for him for this game?
No, none whatsoever. It's the same thing we do every time we go out. I talked to him, I said, you're not guaranteed a game next week or next time. And I always ask him, I said, if you knew and someone told you this was the last football game you'd ever play, how would you like to be remembered? However you want to be remembered, play like it, because you never know, it might be your last game.
go, you see the American flag, and that's sort of a reminder of what happened. You never want to forget something like that.
Red Cross disaster donations from New York City and Washington, D.C.
Shortly before kickoff, the Owls all recognized the poignancy of the special moment.
We're all united as American people. It's really great to watch how people have united in this, time of tragedy.
You look around, even at the other team, and say, hey, we're all American, and we're all in this together. And it's just a sport that we come to play, and it builds a deeper love for everything you do in life, especially everything you do in America.
I don't know if somebody watching Rice and Nebraska play football games really going to get their mind off of this. I don't know. If it does get one person's mind off of this, that'd be great and it'd be worth playing.
And next.
And so I feel a lot better with us coming into the third ball game like this, and I really think we're going to win the ball game. I don't think there's any doubt.
We're going to miss any key personnel in tonight's ball game?
Yes, we do. We have a couple of guys we left at home that will not make the trip. Greg Gatlin didn't come. He's been hurt and was Defensive Player of the Week last year. Certainly hurt us immensely. Clint Hatfield, who's a great running back for us, is hurt. He did not make the trip with us either. And we got a couple other guys that are bunged up a little bit, but hey, someone else has got to step up and play.
Well, it should be a dandy atmosphere for college football. The first time back, there have been no incidents coming up here. Let's hope for a real safe and fun and exciting ball game tonight.
I think it'll be a memorable day, and we're looking forward to being part of it.
That's our pregame check with the head coach of the Owls, Ken Hatfield. More coming up here on Rice Owl Football on Star 790 KBME.
Our national anthem.
Well, we're going to miss it. The whole thing. Anthem on the air. Frankie, we told him that, didn't we? Oh, gummit. All right, I got it this time.
Matt Weber called. Nebraska won.
Nebraska has won the toss and elected to defer.
There were many things that happened that fateful day in September. Unthinkable acts, despicable deeds, atrocities we'll always remember. But as things return to normal and we take our place in time, we take pause to remember those we lost just before 9. Two teams take the field this day, their hearts all American true, and I find it only fitting that their uniforms, Tom, are red, white, and blue.
Very well, field. And the Nebraska Cornhuskers won the toss and elected to defer. So the Owls get first crack at things when we get underway in tonight's ball game. Rice, the visiting team, dressed in the white jerseys with the navy numerals, navy pants, navy helmets with the silver wings. The Nebraska Cornhuskers in the traditional red jerseys, white pants, and white helmets with the big red N on the side. Rice on the near sideline, Nebraska on the far sideline. DeAngelis at the 35-yard line to our left. That is the north 35-yard line. Nebraska will move left to right, Rice right to left in the opening quarter. Standing deep at his own goal line, Sean White, as we get ready to resume college football after an interruption of about a week and a half. DeAngelis approaches the ball, hits it high end over end. White runs up on it at about his own 3-yard line. He'll come up the near hash mark, cutting the near sideline to the 10, and tripped up and spilled there. Good open field tackle for Nebraska, made there by number 31. That's Gerald Pippins. He is up to be in the backfield. We also have one tight end, Brandon Manning, near side. Wing back on the far side, Leroy Bradley, and Gavin Booth split to the far side. First and 10 for the Owls from their own 13-yard line, and you hear the roar from the Husker fans. Herm trying to change the play at the line of scrimmage as Nebraska crowds. First play, full dive to Jamie Tyler, and he is rolled back.
No play, delay.
And the Owls took too long as Herm tried to get the play call to his teammates and couldn't get it done with the roar of the Nebraska fans.
All in red here.
The roar comes up again. Gilbert Okoronkwo comes flanked out to the near side. On the far side, it's Gavin Booth. And also out far in a wing position is Leroy Bradley. From the shotgun, Herm on 1st and 15 from his own 8-yard line. Snap goes through his hands back in the end zone. Herm tries to boot it out. The ball is covered in the end zone by Rice.
No play, Tom. That's going to be procedure on Billy Harvin. Excuse me, on the left tackle.
Sailing over 5'8", Kyle Herm. Again from the shotgun. 1st and 19, and Herm bobbles this one. He's trapped in his own end zone, tried to throw. The ball is caught out of bounds. That should be a safety, should be the ruling.
Wow, that was close. That ball slipped out of his hands, Tom.
Wow, they called it an incomplete pass. 19 from the Rice 4-yard line, and the roar is deafening as the Owls are backed up deep in the south corner. From under center, Herm will give it to Sean White. White with a little hole over right guard and tackle, forces away out near the 9-yard line for a gain of about 5 before he is stormed back by the black shirt defense.
Yeah, they wear red jerseys, but they call them the black shirts, and they're only giving up 74 rushing yards on 93 carries so far in this season.
It out to the 10-yard line is where they mark it, so it's 3rd down and 13. Quick count, give it to the fullback Tyler. Tyler bull down as he gets across the 10 to the 12-yard line, and not much doing there as Des Moines Adams, the defensive end, was quick to wrap up Jamie Tyler around the
guard. Basic net gain. You're going to take it in this possession because you could easily be down 7-0.
Travis Hale standing 3 yards deep in his end zone will try and punt the ball away to DeJuan Gross. A wobbly kick to the far side, hits at the 43 and backspins for the Owls, picked up by Rice and covered at the 40-yard line there. The man deep down to cover the ball for Rice. Fullback Judd Davies, and Darren Diedrich is the I-back. On 1st and 10, and they mark it at the Rice 39-yard line. Crouch is now going to call the play, walking to the far side to shout it out to Thomas, and now his backfield mates. Here's the pitch, just a toss play for Darren Diedrich, and he was hitting the hole by Rashard Pittman and drove back, a loss of about a yard on the play.
Yeah, Rashard really fired through there, right the location that the center had vacated. He came through there like a shot and grabbed the ankles and made a nice play for the Owls. First play is a net loss for the Cornhuskers, so that's what you like to see, your defense trying to pick up.
Closer to the 40-yard line, 2nd down and a long 10 for Nebraska in Rice territory. Crouch again on a quick count. Slant play on the far side for Diedrich, looking for running room. He runs into Thompson, and Pittman is there to help bring him down after a gain of about 3 to the 37-yard line. Good swarming defense by the Rice Owls as the line strung it out and allowed the linebackers to make the tackle.
Linebackers and Dan Dawson and Hebert to keep the Owls in this football game.
3rd down and about 8 for Nebraska from the Rice 37-yard line. Crouch in a shotgun formation. He'll drop back 3 more steps, looks, fires, has a man. It's the tight end Wistrom at the 10, at the 5, and tripped up at the 1-yard line. The ball came loose, and they're going to say he was in for a touchdown. They're going to say he was in for a touchdown. I thought there was no way he crossed the plane of the goal line with a foot.
On the outside and run straight down the hash marks on the right side for the touchdown.
DeAngelis for the point after attempt, just a one-step kicker, and he pops it through for the extra point.
Drive time, 3 plays, 39 yards, consuming 1 minute and 14 seconds on that 37-yard touchdown pass to Tracy Wistrom.
Sandro DeAngelis again tees it up 35-yard line on the far side to kick. Hits this one better, end over end, deep, chasing. Sean will make that Gavin Booth 8 yards deep in the end zone, and he will take a knee. They tried to put the big play player, Booth, back there to return something, but DeAngelis got all of that one, and the Owls will start 1st and 10 from their own 20. So it's Vincent Hawkins now, along with Derek Gary as the wingback near side. Tight end is Travis Thompson to the far side. Gavin Booth split to the near side. 1st and 10 from the Owl 20-yard line. Herm under center. Fakes counteraction, looking for play action, is going to run instead to the 20, to the 25, and is pulled down between the 26 and 27-yard line. Good open field run there by Kyle Herm, and he was brought down by Deion Booker, who starts at free safety today for the injured Willie Amos for the black shirt defense. Amos out with a hamstring pull.
Tackle keeping Kyle from 2 or 3 more yards.
A gain of 6 officially. 2nd down 4 for Rice from their own 26-yard line. Wing formation either side, in motion Hawkins. Herm tried to follow the fullback dive to Beck, and he was driven back in a hurry by Scott Shanley. They're going to give him a gain of 2, however, up near the 28-yard line. So 3rd down and 2 from the Rice 28-yard line. Herm Calling signals from the line of scrimmage, making sure everybody's on the same page. Broken wing in the backfield. Herm will run option to the near side with room, pitching the ball out. This is Hawkins turning the corner, 30, 35, 40, and necktie down at about the 43-yard line, but a 1st and 10 Rice, and there are penalty markers on the play as well. Yeah. It's a 15-yard pickup, and you're going to add 15, maybe more.
Yeah, they've extended that penalty on the face mask to include the ear hole in that rounded part of the helmet, and that's the part that they grabbed on the play. 13 possessions where they'll wear out the defense. That's where the offense has to come in play here today.
From the shotgun on 1st and 10, Hawkins to his right. High snap again and again. The ball is whistled dead as they did not get the play off, or did someone move in the line? Herm will move up to a shotgun position. Again, Hawkins will be to his right on 1st and 15 from the Nebraska 47. Good snap this time. Herm rolling to his right, looking to throw, has a man. Caught by Okoronkwo inside the 40-yard line at about the 37 before he is stormed back there. Edwin Sweeney, the cornerback coming up. Sweeney was the guy who the Nebraska coaches said performed best of all the Nebraska secondary players, but sprained an ankle.
Extremely hard to get ready to see who's going to play for the guys in red. That's
moving at the line of scrimmage. This time it is Keith Meyer who came up out of the stance. The Owls were setting there with a 2nd down and 5. They are definitely on top of the field. 2nd down and 10, Rice from the Nebraska 42. Herm, play faking, rolling short left. Now under pressure, now going to try and scramble. Eludes one tackle, but is ripped down at the 44-yard line. Tackle made there by Keno Craver,
yeah.
Right.
Keno Craver on the initial hit, and then followed in
Mark
closely.
Federal. So now with 3rd down and 11 at the 43-yard line, the Owls go shotgun again. One receiver to either side, wing to either side. Herm will look to set up, looking, throwing back far sideline. Had a man, Booth. It was ripped out of his hands by Craver. It would have been short of the 1st down at about the 34-yard line. And now the Owls are...
Game only with a 31.7 net as it was.
He has had 2 inside the 20 thus far this season. He'll try and do it again this time. Puts this one in the air. And it'll be Gross from the 11 to the 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, spilled to the 29-yard line. Tackled there by Terry Holly on special teams. Good return as Travis. To action here at Memorial Stadium in Lincoln, Nebraska, and Eric Crouch threw a backwards pass behind the line of scrimmage as he threw that ball out to number 16. That
it up and ran. You could see on the replay, everybody, Hebert, everyone just stopped figuring it was a forward pass.
It wasn't. It was clearly a backwards pass.
And now the referees are conferring about this on the sideline. Because I never
heard a whistle. Of course, it's hard for us to hear whistles up here anyway. 1st and 10, Nebraska at the Rice 46. Crouch on play action, option to the near sideline. Makes the fake pitch, splits 2 defenders. Inside the 40, 35, and run out of bounds to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, he ran that one down the line of scrimmage. And
it is Nebraska 7, Rice nothing. Crouch with an I formation behind him. Fakes the fullback, follows him down the line through the hole. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Knocked out of bounds by Hebert at about the 3-yard line.
Well, we talked early in the pregame about...
Crouch has picked up 43 yards on this drive. It's 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Quick count. Give it to the fullback, Judd Davies, and he dives into the end zone. Touchdown. DeAngeli is on to try the point after touchdown. Out of the hold of backup quarterback Joe Chrisman. Ball is backing down. Kick is up on the way, and the kick is good. And we have a touchdown, a 3-yarder by Judd Davies, the fullback, to make it 14-0. DeAngelis has it teed up on the 35-yard line to our left again, and back deep again this time is Gavin Booth. DeAngelis hits an end-over-end kick, should be returnable. Booth in the center of the field at the 2, looking for the right hash mark 10, 15, 20, through the 20 to about the 23-yard line before he is stormed down by the red shirts there. So the Owls with their best field position of the night, up near the 23-yard line to go 1st and 10. BP 2-yard line, 1st and 10, Rice. Herm under center, wing to either side. Fullback is Robbie Beck. And now Ben Stevens is the center. Herm looks things over. Gives to Beck. Beck has no place to go. Was blocked up in the line of scrimmage there. And Des Moines
turned out to be a loss of 2 yards.
Again, wing to either side. 2 receivers come near side. In motion is Bradley. Herm looking to throw. Has a man down the far side. and overthrew his man at the 50-yard line. That was Sean White. They were sneaking out of the backfield. Coverage there by the Rover. Philip, one receiver either side. Wing to the far side. Bradley from the eye. Give it to Beck at the fullback. No, it's Herm optioning. On the far side, 20, 25, and up near the 30. They say he stepped out at the 29-yard line. Good pickup on the play of 9 yards, but he needed 13, or he needed a dozen, so it's now 4th down and about 3.5 to go. It is 4th down and 3, but it is Henderson, the quarterback. He hands to Robbie Beck and caught Nebraska off guard. They just brought everybody out there, packed everybody in tight, and Robbie Beck bowls his way across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Pickup of 12. So it is gain of the night for the Owls, 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Herm optioning to the far side, looking for the pitch man, White. Now threw the ball out of there late. White will cover it back at the 36-yard line, but as Herm whistled down, no, they say it's a fumble.
That ball was ripped out of there, Tom. And it was ripped.
6 minutes and 25 seconds opening quarter, 14-0 Cornhuskers. Billy Harvin didn't get the play call. He couldn't hear.
Not going to get this
Clock
one
is at 3. At 2 from the shotgun. Herm gets the snap, rolls short to his right, looking, throwing across the middle. The ball is caught inside Nebraska territory at the 49-yard line by Gavin Booth.
And let me tell you what, Gavin Booth made a heck of a catch there, Tom, because he had DeJuan Gross draped over his back. No flag on the play, but that was almost like strap on a saddle and ride me to the 47-yard line. It's a 1st down.
Motion just kind of stopped when he got the football. I wasn't sure if he caught it or not. We have double wing to the near side. And now Herm rolls to the near side, looking to throw, has Booth, but overthrew him at the 30-yard line. The ball was out of bounds. Booth had gotten
against the pass, is 101st in the NCAA and giving up yards.
2nd down and 10, wing back in motion, give it to the fullback, and it is Beck who'll bowl his way to the 45-yard line, a gain of about 2.5 on the play before he is brought down there. It'll be 3rd down between 7 and 8 yards to go. Not exactly the ideal situation for a 3rd down, but Herm now giving the play to everybody. It's 7, at 6, at 5. He's going to have to snap it quick. It's at 3, at 2, at 1. Motion at the line of scrimmage, and flags are down.
That procedure, I believe, is
near side. It's 3rd down and about 12 from midfield. From the shotgun, Herm. Short roll left, looking for room. Now going to try and run it. Is Bulldog down. The middle linebacker, Jamie Burrow, the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week last week, makes the
drive, and that gives the defense a chance to get their breath over on the sideline.
It is Travis Hale trying to angle punt near side and hit it off the side of his foot. It'll hit at the 25, spin up in the air, and basically die right there. The Owls will cover it at the 30-yard line. Here at Lincoln's Memorial Stadium on 1st and throwing the football like he's got everybody out there for practice. He's 2 for 2 from the I formation. Give the ball to Thunder Collins this time as the I back, and he'll go straight up the middle into Rice territory between the 49 and 48-yard lines before he's brought down.
Pick on set and Kirby.
On 2nd down 6, they empty the backfield, wing to either side. Now send a tight end in motion from left to right. Give the ball to Thunder Collins. Bounces outside right, 45, inside the 45 to the 43, and maybe the 42-yard line. Dan Dawson at the bottom of the pile. Up top, you had tackles made there by
Dendy,
Ray Morris Barnes, and 10 Nebraska from the Rice 42-yard line with 2:45 to go opening quarter, and the Huskers up 14-0. On a quick count, Crouch will go play action. Looking, throwing deep, has a man, Thomas at the goal line, touchdown! Eric Crouch to Wilson Thomas as he wrestled the ball away from Ray Morris Barnes. Even though Barnes kept struggling for the football, the
possession, and that goes to the offense every time because the defense was there. It was just absolutely undefendable.
Point after by DeAngelis is up and good, and just like that,
just over 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 9 seconds.
So DeAngelis will try to kick it off again, and Booth will wait at the goal line. DeAngelis hits this one. This will be returnable. It's a very short kick. Booth runs up at the 11-yard line. Tries to find the wedge. At the 20, the wedge breaks down, and he is driven back to the 15 to the 12. They should give him forward progress to the 20-yard line in the
race tonight, and it looks like they're going to try and do just that.
1st and 10, Rice from their own 20. Fake the ball to the fullback, and Herm will keep it up through the hole over left guard across the 25 near the 26-yard line before the black shirt defense piles on him there. Man down at the bottom of the stack is Craver, the cornerback. He was the guy who got to him first.
There's 2 or 3 guys back there on the quarterback.
Second down and a long 4 from just across the 25. Herm will turn and give it to the tailback Hawkins. He tried to counter over the left guard, and it got bowled in right at the hole. He made a gain a foot or two, but that is about all. As it is
they gave him almost
88, Trevor Johnson.
They gave him almost 2 yards. The football and bootleg it out, and you got a better chance.
From an I formation, 3rd and 3. Give it to the fullback. Jamie Tyler breaks a tackle at the 30, struggles forward to the 33, and picks up a 1st and 10. He ran right through the tackle of Scott Shanley, the strong side linebacker, at the first down marker, picked up an extra 3.
And
33-yard line will split Booth to the near side. One tight end to the far side, Manning. Wing on the near side, Gary. Short drop for Herm. Looking for Booth, trying to lob it over the shoulder and threw it too far. He was covered there by DeJuan Gross. Yeah, play clock. He has wings to either side. The fullback is Tyler. He'll fake to Tyler. Run option to the far sideline. Pitch it out to Hawkins, and he got spun around right there by Keo Carver. And Carver brings him down after a short gain of a yard, maybe 2.
Yeah, they outstrung it out nicely that time, but the speed of the Nebraska defense closed the hole.
Down and a long 8 yards to go from just inside their own 35-yard line. From the shotgun, Herm rolling left, now throws, ball batted up in the air and falls incomplete. The man rushing in from the out. Down to 9, Travis Hale will come out to punt again, and he has yet to hit a good one tonight. The Owls could certainly use one here. They drop back 2 in coverage this time. It is Craver on the near side and Gross on the far side. And Travis did get his foot into this one. Gross chases back to his 14-yard line on the far sideline near the numbers. 20, 25, 30. And it'll be ripped down at about the 32-yard line.
Punt Breon, the snapper, down there for the catch, down there for the tackle, along with Dan Dawson. And that one, Travis got his foot in. We'll give you some details early on here in this quarter about the special benefit for the Red Cross on October 6th.
First unit still in for Nebraska. Crouch will pitch. This is Darren Diedrich on a wingback reverse. The reverse comes to Ben Cornelsen. And Cornelsen ripped off about 4 or 5 different guys before finally being spilled at the 30-yard line.
Nick Sabula made the tackle finally, but he had about 3 different chances. He passed him first before he got the ball. He passed him back when he came back the other way, and then Nick hunted him down at the 30 and made the tackle on the other side of the field. So we'll give him, what, half, and 1. 2 tackles.
It was a poorly designed reverse play, that's for sure. On second down, 13, Crouch under center with one back behind him. Darren Diedrich, he'll look, set up a screen pass for Wilson Thomas. They tried to come inside. The Owls smelled it out. Brandon Green was right there to tackle him as soon as he got his hands on the football.
I was about to say that, Tom. Brandon Green was going against Fanoti, who we thought we weren't going to have to Hawaiian names till next week. But Fanoti kind of played that screen, and Brandon smelled it out. Instead of rushing up the field, he backed up 4 steps, and the play came right to him, and he made the tackle. And that's really what you feel for as a defensive lineman. You have to. That's the one play you really have to smell out is swing, and he felt it out nicely kept him to a 2-yard gain.
1 for 1 on third down for Nebraska. It's 3rd and 11, and Crouch is looking to throw. Stands tall in the pocket, fires, has a man across the 50-yard line. I believe it's Thomas, as there are 6 white shirts around him, and he'll be bulldogged down. There it is, Wilson Thomas on the reception, but they're going to mark him at the Rice 48-yard line.
Tripp, he had that big interception to end the game against Duke, and he's at home listening to us on Star 790.
First down and 10, Nebraska from the Rice 48. A delay, straight ahead handoff for Darren Diedrich, and he'll be pulled down right near the line of scrimmage by Joe Bob Thompson.
Yeah, that one's one of those mano-a-mano. Hit the hole, set yourself up, square your shoulders, and put it right in the belt.
And back on the near side, and Brandon Green on the far side up front with Larry Brown running the nose tackle. On second down and basically 10. Crouch will run opposite near side, cuts it up 45 to the 40, puts a shoulder into the defensive back. That was Patrick Dindy, and pulled him forward near the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 7.
211 total yards for the Huskers so far.
It is 3rd down and 2 from just outside the 40. Fake it to the fullback. No,
nice.
Give it to the fullback, and smelled out right there by Green and Ross. Lastly, a loss on the play of a yard. It'll be 4th down and about 3.
Yeah, and
5-8.
Watch for the fake. They're inside of that offside 5-yard zone, so don't jump off sides.
Davies is the guy who's the blocking back. He could take a direct snap. It goes all the way back. And the ball is pooched. And it'll hit at the 12-yard line and bounce back near the 17-yard line, where Davies will be the man who downs it. Short kick on the play for Nebraska. For a sold-out crowd again at Memorial Stadium, 244 in a row.
That's Henderson.
Henderson, the quarterback, puts the ball in the belly of the fullback and follows him into the hole across the 20 near the 22-yard line. Coaches told me that they wanted to see Greg Henderson play in some of this ball game to get the experience of what college football is all about. And the youngster from Wichita Falls is seeing the action now.
And one quarterback hurt when you've got conference games coming up the next 2 weeks.
Henderson, the quarterback. The fullback is Robbie Beck. Wings to either side are White and Bradley. Five on the play clock as Henderson calls him set. Man in motion. Give it to the fullback. And Beck slants out to the left side. 30, 35, 40, 45 midfield. In Nebraska territory down the sideline. 35, 30. Still on his feet. And down to the 25-yard line.
Faked out everybody in the ballpark, including us.
Counter handoff to the fullback, Robbie Beck. 53 yards for the big guy from Atlanta.
We got 2 Huskers down over there, Tom. It looks like Keo Craver. No, he's not one of the hurt ones.
Yeah, Craver is down. That's number 3 down. It was
right. All about the green, baby.
10:56 to go here. Clock running as they started up. Rice first and 10 at the Nebraska 24-yard line. Greg Henderson, the quarterback. He'll look back to throw. Throwback pass on the near side. Overthrows Gavin Booth at about the 5-yard line. He had a step on the defensive back there, who was Irvin Sweeney. On 2nd and 10 from the Nebraska 24. Henderson will fake to the fullback. Now look to option and can't go anywhere as he's driven back at the line of scrimmage. Trying to see who's the man down there. It is Shaley, the strong side linebacker. He was the one who read it perfectly and hit Greg as he couldn't get to the hole and couldn't have a pitch man. He was in the
about scoring some points and eating up some clock, and the Owls are now over 12 minutes of time in possession.
On 3rd down and 10 from the Nebraska 24. Henderson goes shotgun, short rolling right, looking to throw, does throw it down the near side, and it is Sweeney who knocks it down. He was in front of Leroy Bradley, but boy, there was a lot of contact down there.
That was face guard.
Try a 41-yard field goal out of the hold of Josh Seal. It comes from just inside the far hash mark. 1 of 4 on the season in field goal attempts for Skeen. Snap back, ball down, kick is up. It's got the distance. It is wide to the left. And they start from just inside their 25. Crouch, the quarterback, from the eye, hands it to Darren Diedrich. Diedrich bounces outside left, 25, 30, a 35-yard line, and brought down after a gain of nearly 10 yards. They might have to measure this one. Nope, they're probably put it close enough to the 35-yard line stripe where they may give him the first.
We're out on the field at this time.
And no changes for Nebraska. It's still the first offensive unit on the field. Split out to the far side is Josh Gibson. On the near side, Wilson Thomas. The eye back is Darren Diedrich. Crouch will fake. Look to set up. Under pressure. Rolling to his right. Escapes a tackle. Throws and threw it behind at the feet of Darren Diedrich near the line of scrimmage. Good pressure from the 34-yard line, and that's where we have it now. 3rd down and 1. And Crouch would just quarterback sneak it and just take it across the 35-yard line out to the 37. He says, well, if you guys aren't going to give me the first down this way, I'll just take it myself.
They have game clock. You know what I mean? The play clock.
Right. And Gibson near side, Thomas far side on 1st and 10 with 2 tight ends from the 37-yard line. Crouch tripped from under center, now has a hole, gets up near the 40-yard line before he is brought down there by Rashard Pittman. Boy, you know, that stumble from center almost opened up the hole for him.
Just horribly drawn line in America football, that's for sure. It's not even close to straight.
2nd down 7 from the Nebraska 40 from the shotgun. Crouch fakes the Diedrich and comes near side on a naked reverse to the 45 midfield and into Owl territory at the 48-yard line before he's brought down there. John White was one of the first.
Zechek was out blocking.
I only wrote it down next to his name, so I know. 1st and 10 from the Rice 48-yard line for Nebraska with 7:50 to go in the first half, and the Huskers up 21-0. Crouch runs the option, pitches outside to Diedrich, but the Owls have it covered. Dan Dawson was first one there, and Crouch really took a shot from Ray Morris-Barnes. Wow.
Did you see? Do you think Dan Dawson's seen that play before?
I think.
Well played by the Owls.
One back behind Crouch, who's under center, and that is Diedrich. He'll short roll left and throw it out on the near side, incomplete. He was looking for Josh Gibson, but that
may be his first action of the year.
Danny from Dobie, I believe it might be. So now it's 3rd down and a short 10 yards to go for Crouch from the shotgun. Standing tall, no pressure. Throws, finally has him in at the 35-yard line. It's complete. The tackle there by Dendy on the receiver, Josh Gibson, but that's enough for
249 total.
Crouch under center, 1st and 10 from the Rice 35-yard line. Fake to the fullback, run option to the right. No, give it to the fullback. He gave it to Josh Davies, and Nebraska's had on the night. It is 2nd down 7 from the Rice 32-yard line. One back in the backfield, and that is Diedrich. Crouch under center, now going to change the play and now going to call timeout. It's 5:50.